Hey guys, we are officially live. I'm talking to this. Our setup is a little bit weird for this, just because you guys are also getting the Edelbrock Carb view. So my phone is the audio as well as the shot for this, as well as when the auto high school comes on, we will be hearing them through my phone. So that's why you see the phone in the corner. So we are just waiting a little bit for them to come on. And we will start disassembling a carburetor. So just stay tuned for a little bit. I'm sure they're going to be on very soon. Um, and yeah, really excited. You guys should definitely go show support. I put their. Oh, I think I see them now.
You can tell them that I'll answer comments while you're on.
They're loading in. They're slowly loading in. It is my cell service. We are live. You are muted, Mr. Henry. Hi everybody. How has everybody's day been so far? We're trying to get the high school in now. Dagny's here too. I don't know if anybody can see Dagny in the background. Today's a rebuilding day, so we are rebuilding all carburetors. We have like, what, 7 or 8 to do today? We are still loading in. Hey Dad, do you have a hotspot I could jump on? Maybe? Would that work? Dane?
For what?
Do you have a hotspot? I don't know if it's our connection or theirs. Theirs? Okay. So, comments as soon as we get into disassembling the carburetor and kind of teaching the course with Dekaney High School, we will not really be able to answer comments just because I want a little bit focus on them, but everything else should be good. But good morning to everybody. I see all your comments right now. Good morning. How's everybody's morning been? I know it's a little early. Not for us, but I mean, it is a little bit for me. But we got some questions going. Is there a favorite car? Anything under 1980s is literally my favorite car. Anything older. Mr. Hay, I cannot hear you and or see you right now. So we have some questions about how many carbs we're doing at the moment. So right now it's our spring break. So this week we've done about 15, 20, but that's also when Michaela's not here and Amelia's actually in Denmark. Not Maine, Denmark as in the country. So she's all the way over there. So she's not here right now. Mr. Hay from Dekaney High School is still trying to get in right now. We're just having some technical problems. So, just some technical problems. We should be going. If you guys haven't already, go check out their Instagram. I have it in my Instagram. They have a Linktree, Amazon wish list. So definitely go show them some support, some love. I'm sure they would love that. So, how long does it usually take to rebuild a carburetor? So this question we get a lot. It's actually a little bit different than what people think. So we kind of have a carburetor line almost. So it starts off with disassembling, and everybody can disassemble a carburetor in about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how advanced you are and how many you've disassembled. And then it goes to soda blast machine, and that is all Dekaney. And she pumps those out like crazy. She can do what, 7 in an hour? 7 in an hour and a half? 5 in an hour? Yeah, she's crazy on the soda blast machine. And then it goes to rebuilding. So rebuilding really is the longest time that we have um, with our carburetor line. I personally can reassemble a carburetor in 15 minutes, but the girls are going on 25 to 30. So just a little all around. So we don't do one going through, but we should do that at some point. We should do one just fully going through. But um, I would say it would take probably an hour and 30 all the way through, maybe 2 hours all the way through. If we just focus on one. That includes probably boxing and ultrasonic tanking and all of that time. They're fairly easy. YouTube kind of has all of the different variations of a carburetor. Edelbrocks are probably the easiest in my mind. Carters are the exact same model pretty much because Edelbrock bought Carter's plans of building carburetors, so they're kind of similar in that sense. Hollies, there's so many variations that it gets a little bit difficult sometimes just for us personally. Websters are pretty easy. Amelia does those all the time. She's our like go-to girl for Websters. I haven't really hit any like Rochesters or any like more difficult like quads. Those are a little bit scary. Yeah, Rochester dual jet. That sounds scary. That sounds like a fun one to make and rebuild. What is my favorite subject in school? So originally, I was always a math girl. Until I hit pre-calc, and that definitely changed. And then it changed into a history gal for a hot minute. Um, and then now school's kind of just school. Everything blends together. I really enjoy. We have an economic and humanity course that I'm taking right now that I actually kind of enjoy because it's all about like self-help and like self-awareness because we're in the humanity portion of it. So it's really interesting on that part. Yeah, pre-calc does suck. What is the best way to tell if a carb needs rebuilding? So, if your carburetor has been on your car for more than probably 8 years, probably send it in to get rebuilt. So, in a carburetor, there's these things called gaskets. And they go, we'll show it when we're disassembling the carburetor, but they go under the boosters, they go over the core, and a lot of the times this grime and like all the gasoline can wear it down very easily. Um, and that's what helps your carburetor not leak, and that's what helps control it. So when your gaskets deteriorate, your carburetor is no longer good. If you think your car is not running well because of your carburetor, that's probably another thing. If you are sluggish on a startup, so turn on your car, you hit the gas, and it's a little bit of a wait. Oh, let's see. I see Dekaney trying to come in again. Let's see if this works. If it's a little bit sluggish, that's a good time to send your carburetor. If you want your carburetor tuned, or if you think the carburetor is the main problem, that too. If it looks grimy and eggy, probably send it in. So my dad, he owns, or no, he not owns. He's the CEO of Ortho Florida. It's a big company here in Florida, and then my mom markets a bunch of doctors. So she is. We actually have sold a lot of the new VRSs and then AVS2s. So that's really exciting. Dane? Open that door. So for my school, auto shop is not available. We don't have curriculars like that. I go to a private school, so all we really have is theater. Um, it's not a big school. My class is 80, and that's the biggest it's ever been. Last year's senior class was 20, so not that many clubs or courses like that. I wish I could. In middle school, I took the courses. I was in TSA, and I did all the car building and all like the little car building on a string. Like you had this much foundation. So I'm gonna guess that's a fair lane. We're pretty far, not gonna lie. We just finished up all the drum brakes. We got a lot of parts in. We were gonna work on a bunch today, just because it's kind of the only time I have. I leave Friday for my grandparents' house for Easter, so that's exciting. And in Florida, it gets very hot between like 11 and 4, so it's kind of difficult to find good times. Yesterday was like 90 something, I think. Especially in the garage, it gets really warm. What is my favorite Edelbrock carburetor? So this kind of varies. This model, well, this is a 1405, okay? But 1406s are awesome, 1403s, 1411s are really cool. I personally would take this over an AVS2, not because of how it is, like because of your car, just personally rebuilding it. AVS2s are way better than this, but, and then don't get me started on the VRSs. Those are actually incredible. We got to meet the mechanic who built most of it, or like figured out the ideas of it, and he is a gee whiz. Like, holy cow, he's crazy. Crazy smart. Crazy smart. That is really cool. Actually, we may or may not have an episode coming out very soon with Stacey David. So everybody should stay tuned for that. It comes in April, so we'll post a lot about it. So really, really exciting. Yeah, 100 degrees is not preferable at all. Humidity kind of hits hard though here, unfortunately. Hey Degs, come in the live for real quick. I'm gonna go check in on Dekaney. Come here. Just read comments, talk about life. What's your Oh wait, actually, I can see you now.
Awesome. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
Fantastic.
We were having like the worst technical difficulties here. Somehow I don't have phone service out of nowhere. I've never had this issue here.
It's okay. It's okay.
So yeah, I had to connect to our school Wi-Fi and figure that out. But so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip the camera. Oh. Okay, so that's gonna be our work area.
That's awesome.
And you let me know if that. Let me see. Let me try the other one. Does that one look better, or does the first one look better?
Try it again.
So that's one, and then the other one's like zoomed out.
The zoomed out's pretty good, but if I need to correct something, probably zoomed in would be better.
So let's see.
The boys are okay with that's good, but if the boys are okay with holding it up and like pointing to things, if they have any troubles, then that's fine.
Oh, okay. So you would need it closer?
No. No, it's fine.
Okay. Now, let me see if this will work. If we have sound. So this only allows the microphone from my phone, but it doesn't allow me to use the speaker, if that makes sense. So if anything, I'd be the only one to hear you guys, or unless, Kevin, can you hear the speaker whenever they talk? Okay, yeah, they can barely hear. Okay, so right there, we can only see like from Kevin's arm, or Kevin's hand actually. And then half of Luis's head over here. Yeah, we can only see your right hand. There we go. All right, perfect.
There you go.
That's much better. There you
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see.
I was able to see them. I guess see myself.
You just touched that.
Awesome.
Okay, come closer.
Where back does that?
Luis, to the front. There we go. Okay. All right, I think we're all set up now.
Leave it alone because it's going to change it for everybody. Just leave it alone. Yep, I think we're good.
Now, would it be any better if I bring the camera closer at all?
That would work. I would like to see the boys' faces, though. I mean, the boys' hands works too. That works perfect. That's good.
That works better, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we're all ready. Like I said, I don't know if they'll be able to hear you, but I'll be back here right behind the camera.
Okay, that works. That's fine. All right, so why don't you start with introducing yourself because we are live, so we got some people watching. So introduce yourself, where you're from, what everything is. Yeah.
So my name is Mr. Almanzan, or Mr. A. I am the auto tech instructor here at Dekaney High School, and I have two of our star guys here, where we're going to take apart this carburetor with your assistance. So we have Kevin and Luis, and they're going to take on this task with your instructions here, because this is a little bit of a new venture. So and it's very daunting to some people, even professionals in the industry. So sometimes they don't see enough of this to really get it, have some muscle memory with it. So this is, like I said, a new venture for us.
All right. So do you guys have all the tools in front of you?
I think so. I think we've got.
You just need a flathead, T20, T15, pliers.
Okay. Yeah, some pliers.
You have a drill with the T20 and T15, or just a T20 and a flathead bit.
Okay. We don't have a drill for it.
That's fine. That's fine.
But,
we can handle
okay.
it.
Perfect. Yeah. Sounds good.
So, you guys probably have a T20 screws around the hat. I have flatheads, so I'm just gonna work those out, but you guys can start taking these screws around the hat. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those.
Okay, so we start pulling those off. It's 8 of them you mentioned?
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll start with that. Probably the that shorter extension.
And if you guys have a cup, what we do at Riley's Rebuilds is we just put them all in a cup, because when we're soda blasting and or putting our carburetors through the system, that's just how we clean it. Just keep all your parts together in one little area.
Okay. Yeah, we have a couple of magnet trays.
That works.
Yeah, the small screws are, sometimes we can get a little bit overzealous with torque, so we're always very careful with small components, especially in a carburetor. There's plenty of that. So.
Right. Yeah, we'll get to this after we take the hat screws off, but right here on the very top is where we call our rod screws and rod lids, and those are very delicate. We've had to replace the entire hat sometimes because we've broken.
Okay. So we don't have too much history on this carburetor. We know it was on a crate Chevy 350, and the car runs,
Mhm.
but it stalls out after about 2 minutes of just sitting there at idle. But I know this carburetor sat for a while, and there has been many hands on it on the whole car itself. So um, it's also I know it's not fresh, so we definitely know that.
So for the stalling, we should take a look at the floats when we get there. Just hear if there's any gasoline in them. And if there is, that just means there's a little hole in it. And
Okay.
all that means is just have to replace the floats. And that would explain the idling and stalling after a couple minutes.
Now, in your opinion, this 1406 is so this car is like a weekend toy, and you know it's got a little bit more power than the original engine did, and is this like a user friendly fuel delivery system for somebody that's not going to be opening the hood every single day, or?
Yeah, definitely. Depending on your CFMs and what the carburetor is, I'm gonna guess it's a 650 if it's a 1406. And you guys don't have a choke on it, so that's just a manual carb. So that they're pretty much perfect. The carburetor kind of ranges from 500 to a 750. 750s are like big motors, big engines, like need all the air it can get. Like they're crazy big. But 600 to 650s are pretty much perfect, especially with kind of like a weekend car. You can let it sit a little bit. You don't need to run it every day like a hobby. Yeah, it's okay to sit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
as long as it's not like grimy and like there's some like wrong vacuum that's like going all over it, or the
right.
gasoline's not leaking out of it, it should be fine. Yeah.
Now it does have an electric choke, but I'm not sure if it functions or not.
That's okay. We can take that apart. We can take that off too. I can just grab one from over there and show you guys how to take it off when we do.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, I think we got all eight.
All
All eight of the
Okay.
screws out.
So at the top of the carburetor, right here, I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
It's right by the choke flaps. There's 2 lids and 2 little screws. This is a T15.
Okay, T15's on that.
Yeah. And just be like not too harsh on it, because sometimes these will break if you're too aggressive with them. That's normally
Okay.
rebuilding more than disassembling, but yeah, sometimes they. And then if your lids get stuck like mine just did, try and just grab a little tool and like.
Okay, like a pick or something.
Yeah, actually I'm gonna go grab a pick.
Okay. Do you have any like specific like a religious rule that you go by with a carburetor that you would explain to someone that doesn't touch these often?
Don't adjust or tune the carburetor unless you know what you're tuning.
Right. Okay.
Probably just that, or and then what comes out of that little section would be your rod and your spring, and that can go in the same area.
Okay.
My it does not want to come off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Does not want to come off.
Sometimes just give it a tap.
You can go with that.
There you go.
So can those be pushed out with like a pick or
Or
a magnet?
There's a spring right underneath that plunger, so sometimes if you just tap the top of the lid, it'll pop up.
Like
Oh,
with the
okay.
tool. Yeah. Did yours too get stuck?
One of them's moving and the other one is no, it looks like they're both springy.
Oh, then just take them out and put them out.
Okay,
Take
cool.
the springs out and. Yeah, you can use needle nose pliers to grab it or not. I just use my nails, but. It's good there. That could also be another rule, is wearing the gloves while disassembling. This carb's cleaned, so we had this already sent through, so I'm not wearing gloves for that purpose.
Okay.
But a big thing that we've learned is that if you can take a napkin to anything, and it seeps through the napkin, it's actually seeping through your skin.
Oh, okay, right.
So it's really dangerous with like chemical based like cancer and like other diseases and all that other stuff.
Right. Okay.
So, oh no. We kind of have my phone on duct tape with okay. No, the duct tape just fell off. Okay.
There we go. I think it's back in business.
I got it back on, Dad. I think. Yeah?
Yeah?
Maybe?
Yeah, that looks good. All right, keep going.
It was like all over
I saw
my
it spinning.
case.
I saw it spinning.
All right. Do the boys get that done?
Yes, they got both of those off.
Okay. So then if you turn, so the carburetor's facing me, right? If you turn it to the side like this, there is. Hold on. My dad's moving the camera.
Oh, no.
There are two linkages. So there's a linkage right here connecting the base and the top.
Okay, the top linkage, okay.
And then there's a linkage right here.
And then
that's more the front. This also comes out. There's pins. So there's black pins that you're going to take your needle nose and you're going to just push it to the pen and you're going to pop it out. Just
okay.
It doesn't really matter where it goes.
So, let me see.
And then those should easily be able to slip out after that.
Okay, so where were the pins again you mentioned?
So, or clips, I'm sorry.
Okay, the clips.
Yeah, the clips. There's going to be one right here under this little bracket that connects that pin. And you can just take it out after you take out the clip like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
And
we
then
may need smaller ones.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah, maybe with the pick.
And then there should be one on this front linkage right here.
Okay.
That connects to the top of the carburetor, and it's the little plunger and like an S clip, and it connects to the middle bracket right there. And so the clip should be right there.
Right, to the plunger?
Yeah, so it should be right by the plunger.
Oh, okay. There's a clip right behind back here.
There you go.
This one right here. Yeah.
And then because you have a choke, there should be one on the left side as well that should connect.
Oh, okay. We see, yes, I see it. I see two tiny clips on the choke side. Actually, we see three.
It should just be one that connects the top to the bottom.
Oh, okay, right, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you should be able to completely take off your, no. Yeah, you should be able to take off your top if you take those linkages out.
Okay.
So that's how you knew you did it right if your hat comes off.
Okay, so that hat should come off after removal of the clips. Okay.
Yeah, there's one right there. Yep, there you go.
Okay, and that top should come off now?
Yep. There you go. Awesome. All right. So then you have your bottom pieces and then you have your top pieces. So these are the floats. That's what I was telling you about.
Okay, yeah, the two floats on.
That might be the problem with your stalling. And then we have our boosters, our idle screws, primes inside.
I mean, I want to see how dirty the inside of your carburetor is. Hold it.
Okay, you want to bring that the bottom part of the carburetor to the camera? Let's see.
That's not that bad.
Not at all.
That's not that bad.
No, we've seen way worse. All right,
Yeah.
you should be good.
All right,
Yeah,
I saw them starting to take the floats out. You can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So normally with ultrasonic tanking, if you guys are going to tank the carburetor, keep the floats to the side.
Okay. We don't take the floats, right?
The floats don't go into the tank now.
Okay. Now you mentioned you wanted to see if the floats had any fuel inside them.
Yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take them out, and then you're just gonna put them to your ear and like slosh them around.
See if there's
And
any liquid in them.
if there's any liquid in there, then you know you have a leak.
Okay. So no liquid so far. So I think both of those are sealed.
All right, then it might just be where your floats were adjusted. So under the floats, there are 2 little pins in like a round circle area. So like there should be a pin in there.
Okay.
Take those pins out. You can throw these out. Throw these out, and then once we take these out, you can also throw them out. Because
Oh.
the rebuild kit, there are brand new ones.
Oh. Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
So you're
let's
gonna
check those.
take a decent sized flathead. Ooh, I can't where my camera is.
Oh. Okay.
Like
a
big
larger flathead.
and that reaches both sides of that. We have a makeshift tool for this specifically.
Oh yeah. That's perfect.
So, but it just has to go in, and they're really easy to take out. That shouldn't be too difficult to take out, and you can just throw
Okay.
those out.
So we can take those out.
Yep. This is great.
And everything on here is left-hand thread, right? I mean, I'm sorry, right-hand thread.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing reverse or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay. Well, does that fit in there? Okay. And you said throw those pieces out as well because the rebuild kit comes with those?
Yep. So you will be tossing the pins, the filter, gasket, and then this.
Okay.
This can go in the trash. And then any like gaskets that you see like this can also go in the trash.
Okay. Any paper?
Yeah.
Should we save all of that for reference?
You can if you would like.
Okay.
Up to you.
Okay. So that's one thing I've always done. Just personally, I'll save all kinds of components until the job is done.
Yeah.
Just for reference as to, once you're putting something together, or I call it sleep. Okay, we can set the gasket off to the side.
Yep.
Oh,
So
okay.
you will be able to take off the gasket at this point. Just have to go over the plunger.
Okay, pull that off.
Yep. And then we're going, after you take the gasket off, we're going to take the plunger off. Oh my gosh, it's going again. Ah!
Okay, so we just pull the plunger off completely?
No, so there is going to be a screw on the, right here. See this contraption?
Oh, okay.
There is a flathead screw right there that just easily comes out.
Okay.
Please save the camera.
Cool. All right.
So then that should come out, and then this will flip up like this. And then there should be an S clip that comes out too. That can come out like that.
Okay.
And then plunger comes out. Oh no. What did I do?
The phone camera went off.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm touching something random. What did I do? Okay, there we go. There you go. This duct tape is not loving me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are they done with the top?
Yes.
All right. Your top is now all done. You can put that to the side.
Okay, put it off to the side.
So grab the bottom. We're going to flip it to where it's looking at us, kind of where the front is. There's going to be idle screws. So we have
Okay, where the idle screws are at? No,
two
no,
idle screws here.
Yeah.
Those
There
can
we
come
go.
out.
Okay, perfect. So you want those to come out, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Now, this vehicle has an AC idle solenoid. Would that be any issues with this carburetor?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because we noticed the issue at first when the AC compressor would come on, and it wouldn't stay idling correctly, and then we try to just eliminate that and try to make sure the car runs, but then we started noticing how it would die after a while. And then when it died, we could see the fuel just flowing in. So I knew there was some type of issue inside the carburetor, and that's when we needed your help.
Right. This phone is really not liking me. It's what we get for making a makeshift.
Oh yeah.
We might as well just do this. Thinking on the feet. Thinking on the feet. Okay. Hi. Second camera face. Excuse me for 2.5 seconds.
No worries.
Let's get it. Does this work? You're gonna see some tripod legs.
There we go. All right.
Does that work for you guys?
Oh yeah.
You can see it kind of well there?
Yep. That works.
Alright. That's the best we're gonna get then. Alright, so then there should be a spring kind of in the middle of this right here. You can just take that out. That can also be thrown out, or you can keep it yourself.
Okay, this right here, right? Right in there.
Yeah. So then on the front, there's another flathead idle screw right here. So we're only going to take this one out. There's one below here that's not going to come out. So this one closest to the bottom does not come out. This one right here does.
Okay. Okay, so the one up here with the hex head with the larger spring, that one does come out?
Yep, with the spring.
Okay. So one quick question while we get this this screw out. What's your background with carburetors, and how was the connection here? Because it's not an everyday thing that you see. Number one, as a teenager, and number two, to interest you, it's not a popular item, and like it used to be with so much technology and so much innovation that we have nowadays.
Yeah, so I started kind of from my dad. So I won my first car. I was 13 at the time because I wanted to build the car a little bit, get to know it, be able to like change tires, work on the engine. If something happens, I want to be able to fix it. And so he told me that I had to buy it for myself. Told me he wouldn't get it for me, and then he kind of just said, go into the garage, find something in there, and resell it. And so basically, I just found the carburetor on a shelf, asked how much it would make if I resold it. And he said between like 200 300, and I was like, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And so he kind of just taught me the basics of carburetors, and it's just been like that ever since.
Nice, nice. That's pretty awesome. Well, it's definitely a dying art in the industry because we're looking for instant gratification. So we just swap out parts nowadays, and also people think of carburetors as just being Stone Age technology. But if it works, I mean, I've seen plenty of proof of carburetors still doing their job.
Yeah. So next, the boys can grab their T20
Okay, the T20.
and go for the boosters. So there's 4 boosters, and then you have where you're gonna have your ball and weight. So it's called a squirter. So that also can come out.
Okay, now the boosters. You point at those again. You said.
So boosters are these. So there's gonna be 8 screws for the boosters, 10
Okay,
for
8
the
screws.
squirter.
Okay.
So all those screws they see, pretty much.
Okay. So it's 2 screws per. Okay.
Yeah, 2 screws per booster.
You may need a larger bit than that one. What do you have there?
He might have the T15. So it's a
Oh, okay.
T20.
Oh, T25. Okay.
Oh, it might. Oh, T20.
Yeah, this one's got T25s on there, so we'll go with that.
That works. Some carburetors, depending on when they're manufactured, some screws are
Right.
better.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Now, also, if are there any differences like in rebuild kits or updates? Very often.
No, not for Edelbrock. At least
Okay.
not for these. ABS 2s, same thing. They fit in the category. You could actually rebuild a Carter carburetor with the Edelbrock rebuilding kit, which is very nice. They're kind of just genuinely good for all of them. The only kits that I tell everybody to stay away from is the Chinese kits. So those are the really cheap ones. They were made to split between a Carter and an Edelbrock carburetor as a kit, and they don't work for either one now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes the gaskets aren't that good. The boosters can come out too if they want to take them out. And normally, see how there's a gasket on this? This can come off, and they can throw the gaskets away because the kits will come with gaskets.
Okay.
And sometimes
perfect.
the gaskets don't fully come off, so you're just going to have to scrape them before you put a new one on. So, like, this one didn't fully come off, so I'm going to have to scrape it.
Okay.
Yep. And so these get ultrasonic tanked. So it's going to be your cores and your boosters are going to what's going to get tanked. So you can put those to the side if you would like.
Okay, perfect. Is there any type of solvents we should stay away from? I mean, I know these are always basically bathing in gasoline, but there may be chemicals that'll be caustic to this type of material. Is there anything that you don't want us to use on there?
We just put Simple Green in our ultrasonic tank while we're putting in water. So I don't think so. Yeah. And then there's a little butterfly that can also just come down after you get the 2 main boosters out.
So we'll pull that one off. Okay. And then the butterfly will just come up?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. All right. Sounds good.
And then also if they get their squirter out.
And you said the squirter is?
Right here. So it's right at the front, the one with the 2 screws. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And then, so under the squirter, there is going to be a ball and a weight. And how you do is you just flip the carburetor over and put your hand under it.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'll show you when I get this screw off. Yeah, so little gasket, and then I just kind of hold it like that so that my palm is covering this.
Okay.
Over. and they should come out. And if they don't come out right away, just like bang on it a little bit. They're really tiny, a ball and a weight.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that is tiny. Wow.
Yeah. So you could also throw those out as well. The rebuild kit comes with new ones.
Now, in case there's any, let's say, I get comfortable rebuilding a carburetor and then I lose a small component or something. Is Edelbrock really good with providing small pieces that you may not have, or?
So, I don't think they sell parts like separately, but a lot of the rebuild kits come with the parts that you would be missing or deteriorate. If
Okay.
anything, I've seen a lot of people just buy old cores and use parts for that. That's what we do normally.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, flip it back over. You see the parts for them? Okay, so that ball and the is that like a little plunger? I guess.
Yeah, it's a little like square thing.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so we'll keep that to the side. Oh, you say we can throw those out, right? Okay.
Yep. Then just grab those pliers, and there's these little like, I don't know how to explain them. They're kind of they're on the side. They're metal.
Oh,
They have
okay.
a little like view.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, these right here.
And there's two of those. And then for me, I would be done with the carburetor, disassembling the carburetor. But for you guys, you do have a choke.
Right.
Grab me a carburetor with a choke on it. Sure. Just an old one, nice.
Okay. Take the choke off.
Oh, did this fall off again?
Yeah. So, you guys, hold on, let me get to where you're at. Okay, so there's going to be T20s all around the choke. So
Okay, the three.
Three right here around the choke.
Okay.
There's going to be one right here holding the choke down. So just take all those off.
Okay. All right.
That was faster than me. So then there should be two T20 screws inside the choke that you're also going to take off.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, the one outside too. So the two inside, and then we missed this one as well. Okay. So all three of those.
Then that should take your choke off.
Oh, the two middle ones. Yeah.
The flathead stays. Don't take the flathead off.
Okay.
And your choke should be off completely.
Okay.
And then all you have to do, remove any gasket from the choke. So sometimes there's one right there. That comes off. And then there is a linkage that goes in like that. That'll probably come off when you take it off. That's good. You just put in your cup. So you should have 5 T20 screws, a linkage, your main choke, and then your main part. And
Okay.
this can get soda blasted. I mean, ultrasonic tank. This can tank.
Okay.
This cannot. This stays out with the floats.
Oh, okay. So let me see which part cannot. You mentioned the black plastic, right?
Yep,
Okay, that cannot get tanked.
but this can.
Okay. Okay, the aluminum housing
Yeah.
that can
And
be
then
put in the
these
tank.
just
Okay.
go into the cup.
Okay.
Or my cup. And that is the carburetor disassembled.
All right.
Yep.
Wow, that's it.
That's it.
Nice. So what would be our next step here with this one?
Okay, so for us, we soda blast. But for you guys, you will not be soda blasting unless you want to. But I don't know if you do. So the parts that will go into the tank will be your choke, your butterfly,
Okay.
your little boosters,
Okay.
your big boosters,
Little and big. Okay.
your hat, and your core.
And the core. Okay.
So that is all that is going in.
All right.
And
Nice.
we just put it on for 15 minutes. And what we do after is blow them out, just so there's no water in that.
Okay.
But that's basically it.
Perfect. Awesome. Now we just wait on our rebuild parts,
Yep.
and then we can put it all together.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
All right.
This is huge.
Awesome.
This is great to see because you don't often see the internals and how much goes into just getting fuel delivered into the engine properly. So
Yeah, it's a really cool mechanism. All right.
perfect. Thank you very much.
So you're welcome. So we will send you everything you need for rebuild, and for everybody that's watching, we will post about it. But stay tuned for the.
You're muted. You're muted.
Stay tuned for the rebuild process. We'll also post about that in live stream.
Awesome.
All right, so go check out Dekaney's Auto Shop. I posted everybody on Instagram. They have a wish list. If you guys want to show your support, also send to there. Yeah, hopefully we'll do more of these.
Definitely. Thank you very much for all your help.
You're welcome. All right, everybody have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.